Hey, Raina.
Hey, Suppy. I missed you.
Ooh, it's been a while. I missed you too. Welcome back to Boys Only Club episode 47.
Older than me now.
Well,
yeah.
It's been 47 episodes. That's almost a year of episodes.
A year. If we had been doing the episodes correctly weekly, we would actually be up to one whole year.
How many weeks are in a day?
What?
A year.
Mm-hmm.
How many weeks are in a year?
Yeah, 52. Yeah.
Yeah, we're 5 away from a year-long podcast.
A year-long podcast.
Well, technically
sheer
it's been
numbers.
running more than a year.
That's what I mean. In sheer numbers.
We've missed quite a few days.
Many.
How long has it been since we did the last Boys Only Club? Like 2 months?
Yeah, probably. The last time I saw you was the Let's Play Spring Break.
Oh, that wasn't that long ago. That was like a
stream.
month, if not sooner. It was sooner. It was like
3 weeks
3 weeks ago.
Yeah, but then it was even 2 weeks before that prior. We're sorry about that.
Well, before we get into all the reasons why we suck, why don't we tell you guys about our sponsors for this video? I realize I've been looking up at the monitor instead of the lens.
I know.
That's got to be so weird to see.
I saw you for some reason.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, this podcast is brought to you by Squarespace and Audible. You ready for the magic?
Oh, yeah. I'm just going to continue. Or should I be
Were you just going to stare at the camera the whole time? Oh, creepy. Our very first sponsor for today is Squarespace. Whether you need a domain, a website, or online store, make it with Squarespace. I know what you're thinking, Raina.
Yes, sir.
Yes, I've used Squarespace to make websites. Actually, every website I've ever made, I've used Squarespace.
Wonderful.
You know why?
Is it useful? Why?
I don't know enough to code. It's not like one of those brains, you know?
Surprising. Well, not surprising. Yes.
Just can't do it.
Can't
do anything technical.
Not surprising, yes.
And Squarespace is so easy. It's so intuitive, and you just, they have a bunch of different designs that you can choose from, and it's like, it made my brand look better.
Oh.
Because there's no way I could have done what Squarespace did in such a short amount of time. I would have to go to learn coding online, not school, because I'm never going back to school. There are too many bullies.
Not there. Oh.
So, once again, Squarespace's templates make creating a powerful online identity even easier. Each template is a starting point for a wide range of projects, whether you're pursuing your side hustle or promoting your main gig. Now, I know what you're thinking, Raina. Yes,
again,
Squarespace has 8 new templates that they just released.
Exactly what I was
Would you like
thinking.
to know their names?
Please.
I'm going to read them for you right now.
Thank
Stella,
you.
Pursuit, Impact, Blend, Pedro, Royce, Kin, and Vow.
Very sexy.
They all sound very sexy and very, very stylish, just like me.
Oh.
You can create a beautiful website with Squarespace's all-in-one platform. There's nothing to install, patch, or upgrade ever. They have an award-winning customer service program, and it's 24-hour support. You don't get that from McDonald's.
You do.
Is that their competitor?
Yeah, they have 24/7 drive-through.
Oof. Also, now you can transfer your third-party domains to Squarespace instead of working with multiple vendors to maintain your online presence. You are able to manage all of your domain and billing settings with Squarespace and take advantage of their easy-to-use DNS interface. So that's actually, I need to go back and use Squarespace because I haven't tried to update my website or anything in a long time. And that was one of the biggest bummers, is using third-party, I don't even know what they're called. That's how little I know about this whole process. But you have the website, Squarespace, and then you have somehow connected to your website, and there's a third-party thing in between that does all this like DNS server stuff, and you have to put in IP address. I don't even know. I don't remember if it's IP addresses, but like, it's not for a person like me.
It's an extra layer of annoying.
Exactly. And now you can do it all from Squarespace, which is wonderful. All right. So if you want to make your own website, all you have to do is go to squarespace.com for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/boysonlyclub to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. How about
Excellent.
that? I really do love Squarespace. They're, I would never use anything else.
I'm not going to lie. You actually convinced me. I need to make a website, and I was going to do it through Etsy just because of what it is, but I might just do it through Squarespace now.
And now I will convince you that us not doing Boys Only Club for so long was your fault. Are you convinced?
No, not even a little bit. I tried. If we could just look back at our texts, I'm not going to do that.
You tried. You absolutely did.
I tried. So it's really on you. Oh, this really isn't pee, right? There's a little bit of a cup ring, and it looks yellow.
I don't know. It could be.
All right.
But I think it's coffee.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it's mostly my fault.
That was quick. I thought you were going to try harder.
No, that being said, I think we're both in
Yes,
a place where
fine.
it's just...
We're both responsible, I understand.
Yeah,
It's not
but we're
just
both
you.
still very much friends.
And we're still very much alive.
We hung out at the Let's Play reunion.
It was so much fun.
It was.
We didn't game together, though. That was a little sad.
I didn't game at all.
Oh, you didn't?
No.
I really enjoyed playing Smash Bros. That's definitely my favorite.
They didn't have Fortnite.
That was a little odd, wasn't it?
What?
Oh, okay. Cool. Oh my God! I know I want to talk about. Can we talk about Fortnite? Can we just dump right in?
Yeah, let's jump right in.
Can we just dump
Wait,
into
we haven't
it?
explained why we didn't do any of this.
Okay.
Oh my
Right,
God.
oh
my God.
We'll talk about Fortnite later. We've been gone because we're busy.
Yeah, and you don't want to do like a podcast when it gets to the point where it's like that time of the week to do it, and then you're just thinking like, God damn it, I can't, I don't want to.
And also now we've been doing this for over a year. And last year we were doing this for fun, honestly, right?
Yeah.
Like this was just a way for us to kind of bitch to you guys and each other
Yeah,
about
truly,
what's
it was a
been
lot of
going on.
venting.
Yeah, and also it was, if you remember, it was exactly when, SourceFed was dying and everything else around us was on fire. So it was a lot of fun to do this
Yeah.
together, and we got a lot out of it personally. But then obviously it turns into a job after a while, which is absolutely fine.
And this was supposed to be a passion project, though.
Yeah. But it's cool when your passion project gets to loop into being something that, makes money for you on the side, and it becomes a good responsibility. But then, as you obviously have seen in the past year, both of our projects have changed, and they've definitely grown. And obviously our responsibilities have changed since last year.
Yeah.
Like you were at SourceFed last year, that's insane, right? So knowing that this was for fun, and now we're kind of like, no, we're not upset about doing it, obviously, but we just don't have
It's just
enough
not
time.
the same.
It's just
And
not the same, and
also,
there's just no
it's like,
time.
it's kind of a bummer when you have two podcasts going on, and I'm not the kind of person that has enough to say for one podcast, let alone
yeah.
like 2 in a week.
I do 2 live shows, and you narrate a lot of what you're doing, obviously, whether it's gaming or whether you're like talking to somebody else. But I feel the same way, because in order to keep the live show going, you talk a lot about what just happened to you,
Yeah.
and like recently, whatever.
Like,
and
I
you
can't
eat
remember
up
a
so
single
much
thing that
time.
I've done this week besides work. So
Right.
And it's like that every single week.
And it has
so
to
it's just-
reiterate over and over again. Yeah. So in a way, actually having this break is kind of great
been
for
nice.
us, because we get to now talk about all the shit that we've been doing.
I've been working.
I know, but Fortnite, we get to talk about
Oh
Fortnite.
my God.
And
A Quiet Place.
See?
It's exciting, yeah.
I'm kind of excited about it. And also, I've also been watching a lot of Netflix shit. I wonder if you have, but we'll get
What?
into that in a second. I think it was called When We First Met, with Adam Devine, the guy from Workaholics.
Oh my God, something with Adam Devine I did watch recently on Netflix, and it might have been the worst movie I've ever seen. And that's saying something.
Wait, is it Game Over?
Yeah.
Oh, it's with the Workaholics dudes, right?
Oh my God.
Oh my God, was it bad? Okay, because I chose between the
It's
two.
worst
I chose the other
movie
one.
I have ever seen.
But it's just them, right? It's
Yeah,
just
but it's
the
like
Workaholics.
it's not even. It doesn't even cater to the same audience that likes Workaholics, because it's not funny. It doesn't use this. It's like very forced. I mean, Workaholics has forced humor.
No, but it's their tri-brother humor, right? Like their bro.
Yeah, and it's just awful. They do so much improv in it.
Oh, it's
and
real improv.
It's like you picked that take,
Interesting.
It's that bad. And the story is just the shittiest version of Die Hard.
Yeah, I thought that was
which is funny, kind of
parody satire.
But the plot points and everything, it doesn't cater to their humor really. They have Adam Devine's Devine,
I don't know.
his dick is in it. His dick, a CGI dick,
Is
is
it
like flapping around for a
ridiculous?
solid, I don't know, like 20 seconds to 30 seconds. Like, and it's when it gets to that point in a movie where you're like, oh man, how do we do anything? Let's add shock humor to it of making Adam Devine's dick flopping around for 30 seconds and just going everywhere.
Yeah. It's a
just
cheap shot.
stupid.
It's a cheap shot.
and
Yeah.
you expect a cheap shot from a movie like that, but these shots aren't even cheap. They're not like worthwhile.
They kind of feel slapped together.
It's a movie that shouldn't have been made. Even for like, I don't know how people could enjoy that. There's maybe one funny part, and it's with Blake, and it's when I'm not going to spoil it because it's so good.
Wait, is it really them? It's their names? They use their Workaholics names?
No, they didn't use their Workaholics
Gotcha.
names.
but
I just
it's
know him as Blake from.
Right. Okay, that's why I was kind of confused.
And the biggest bummer for me is I'm a Workaholics fan.
Yeah.
Well, the first like 3 seasons or so.
I kind of haven't been watching recently, but I enjoyed it, I think, up to the second season. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like their I like what they do.
Their camaraderie is like it's like a more poppy version of It's Always Sunny.
I feel like it's a loser version of Silicon Valley.
Yeah, and that being said, we're speaking of It's Always Sunny, I finally started watching, or I finished season 12, the newest season.
Oh, can you tell me?
Do you watch that show?
Yeah. I watch. Wait, they all kind of like blend together though. What? Oh my God, it's the end, right? It ends?
So it's not ending.
Wait, really? It doesn't end? Wait, why not?
They already announced that Dennis is coming back.
Oh, fuck. That's
yeah,
stupid.
so it's like the whole point. What did you think about season 12, the most recent season?
I loved it, but
really?
Well, yeah, I don't actually remember individual episodes from it. I just remember how it ended, and I don't know, there was like nothing wrong with it. Like they kind of always hit their mark for me.
Man, I just didn't think it was funny.
What did you not specifically like? Like
the main thing I didn't like about that season is that it feels like
I'm missing something.
It feels like they went back on every single character development they ever had, or like they turned every character into the opposite of themselves.
But sometimes they do that.
But every single character had a character arc that was the opposite of the character that they started out
as.
That's
true. Okay.
Like you've got, and spoiler alert, so don't listen to this if you care about spoilers for a comedy series. But they got Dennis's character, who's the sociopath, and suddenly all of the things from his past, where with the implications, that joke from back in the day, the implications joke.
I don't know what you're referencing.
It's like it sort of negates all the comedy for me.
What do you mean? Like that he's actually a sociopath?
Because he's not. He like develops this relationship with this little girl, and she's sort of like his daughter, and then you find out later on that, I won't spoil that one because it's a bigger plot point, but it's the very last episode. You find out that he's very connected to something emotionally, and it just turns his character around for me. Like, there's something about a sociopathic character like Dennis that is so unique to any series, and it's just
because he doesn't have any feelings.
Yeah,
and that's what's funny about it.
It sucks to like have them turned around, and you've got Mac, who's like, I don't know. I don't remember if he came out before season 12, like in season 11 or something.
No, everybody knew about it, but I think this is the one where he was just like, "That's it, it's happening. That's who I am now." Like this is the first
really?
time. Yeah.
Oh, okay, I missed that episode. Then Mac's character's fine. And then I don't remember what else happened. I think I'm just mostly upset about Dennis's character. I think the worst part about this for me is like I'm getting mad at a show for changing, and there are people that are mad at SP7 for changing, and
you like now have a different understanding of it.
Yeah,
obviously.
So it's I respect Sunny for sure. It's a good show, but
you know what?
I was just disappointed.
Now that you told me, or now that I know that it's not ending, I guess I am a little bit kind of confused, because I thought that, first of all, the slight flip-flop does happen in the show, and that's like the point. Like obviously the main stuff, like their grossness, does not change, but their personalities are very like ridiculous, and their lives are ridiculous and over exaggerated and disproportionate to what's actually happening. So I was kind of feeling that this season was the last one, so I thought it was normal that they were all like doing extremely different things and changing, and I didn't think it was what.
The wrapping up of Charlie and the waitress was awful.
I thought that was the way it was just going to end. I thought the series was ending. I was like...
It's just like... It's like they rushed it.
Well, yeah. I thought... Did you watch this knowing that the season was going to continue?
No.
I mean, that the series was going to continue?
No.
Oh, you thought it was going to end?
Yeah.
And you were mad at how it was ending?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was just like forgiving it because it gave me like 12 fucking seasons of otherwise gold. So I'm like, all right, like if this is, I'm like, oh, he finally got with her, whatever. And it wasn't like at all anything. And she like, it was very weird, but they're very weird. I don't know. I was very forgiving.
Well, you know what? It's fine because A Quiet Place overshadows any bad thing that's ever happened recently. And
I can't believe you were that disappointed by Always Sunny, though.
I really was. I didn't think it was funny.
Well, then let's see if they redeem themselves, right? Because they're coming back, you say?
I think so, yeah, for sure. I don't know. Maybe. I don't think so.
What?
Did you saw A Quiet Place, though?
I did.
When did you see it?
I saw it just, I think about a week ago now.
It's so good.
It's wonderful. I knew you'd love it because it's a monster movie.
How was your theater?
Oh, my theater was wonderful. I go to the ones with the big plush sexy seats.
Yes.
And I have Movie Pass, and I always talk about it. But
I've never used a Movie Pass.
they'd sponsor us. It's so good. But so I go to this like fancy ass nice theater, and with the yummy popcorn and the big ass seats. Ooh, the recliner seats.
Oh, those are my favorite theaters where it's a recliner.
Especially because there are only so many seats allowable, so it's like much quieter to begin with.
Oh my God, and just I almost fall asleep in the theater though.
I get like pretty sucked in.
I was in a theater that had like normal seats that are squeaky and they sound like a fart if you move them wrong. And then you also notice when since most of the movie is very quiet, you have people. It was very respectful. People stopped eating.
Yeah, you have only certain select moments that you're allowed to eat food. Basically, when the music or when the background music began, you were allowed to start eating again. I ate all of my popcorn as soon as possible during the previews. So I was not a bother to anyone.
Well, I mean, that's more sad than anything. That's a very short amount of time to eat a lot of popcorn.
It was a small-sized bitch.
That's not true. There were 10 previews. In front of A Quiet Place, and I know that because
I feel like I don't remember.
I was supposed to get Alyssa and myself popcorn.
Yeah,
and we had made it during the previews.
Oh my God! You had to leave and come back.
No, I kept thinking any moment this is the last preview. And Alyssa was like, "Well, just go get the popcorn." Like every time a new preview would start, and then suddenly we were on like preview 6 or 7,
and you still didn't get a popcorn.
I was like, well, surely there's no way.
There's no more. There can't be.
And it just kept going to like 10 previews. It was like the beginning of Cuco. What was that? Coco. And
Coco.
It had that 20-minute what's that winter movie? Frozen. Animated short that goes
in between.
Before
before the movie. Wait, was it Pixar? Because Coco was Pixar.
It was Pixar. Yeah.
Pixar.
What's your favorite Pixar movie?
Probably. Wait, is Coco a Pixar movie?
Yeah.
You know what? Finding Nemo. Even though I'm afraid of the ocean.
Really?
Do you want to know why? It's actually a cute reason.
Ellen DeGeneres?
No. Yeah, but no.
Wow.
The reason I remember Finding Nemo really, really specifically, and also I tried really, really hard not to be afraid of it, is because I watched it when Mike and I dated for the first time in high school. Yeah, and
my God.
Yeah, and I was like, I didn't want to be a freak, so I tried really hard to be not afraid of the ocean.
It's an animated movie.
I know, but there's still like an anglerfish.
Did the big shark scare you?
No, the anglerfish scared me. A lot of the ocean scared me. The whole movie scared me, to be totally honest. But I also just remember. Obviously, a lot of it because I was dating Mike at the time.
That's very sweet.
Cute. So yeah,
my favorite one's probably Up.
Why?
Or The Incredibles.
Oh, Incredibles is amazing. Up is very okay. So
I like Up because I like the dog.
The dog is amazing. I have a question though. My favorite like movies tend to be ones that have awesome replay value for me personally, so I can watch them over and over again. Up though, honestly, made me so sad that I can't rewatch it again, and I can only enjoy it the first time ever with what it was.
I mean, I'm not the biggest Pixar fan there ever was.
Right.
So
Me
I
neither.
won't be rewatching any Pixar film.
Got it. Understood. That makes sense. I love animated films, so I'll rewatch animated films over any.
I'm not
live-action
saying
film.
that the first Toy Story or The Incredibles or WALL-E or Up aren't masterpieces. I'm
Shit.
totally saying that. It's just I
WALL-E.
haven't been big on animated movies. I don't know what it is. I just
forgot
like
about WALL-E.
I can't get into it anymore.
Yeah.
Like the only cartoon I ever watch is Rick and Morty.
Rick and Morty.
I'd rather kill myself than watch Family Guy at this point.
Oh, it's so different now.
Yeah.
And also, the jokes did not age well. I was watching it recently.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do not age well. I personally, my favorite season is season 4 and season 5.
I didn't even know they had seasons. I thought they just did a bunch of like
Family
hundreds
Guy?
of episodes.
Oh, no. I just remember because that's around the time that When You Wish Upon a Weinstein came on, and it was on cable television, and I was in high school. And obviously, like, it was me and my friends' most
When You
favorite
Wish
thing.
Upon a Weinstein came out that long ago?
Yeah.
Wow, he knew. He knew back then.
He knew, yeah.
What the fuck?
It's crazy. But,
what the fuck? Oh, I think I heard about that. That's so weird. Because I think he also brought up Weinstein's name during like an awards show.
Well, Weinstein wasn't like, it was just a Jew name. It wasn't like supposed
Sure.
to. Actually, maybe it is.
No,
I
because I'm
haven't
pretty
seen it
sure
in a
that
while.
Seth MacFarlane said things on awards shows about Weinstein or something.
Well, Seth MacFarlane's been very vocal about it. So actually, maybe it is true. Maybe I actually don't remember the full. Now that I'm thinking about it, maybe there is a nod to specifically.
I feel like there is for sure.
Maybe, but that's the episode that got banned off the air, and then some other network had to pick them up.
We need to talk about A Quiet Place.
Okay, yes, let's roundabout go back to that. Okay, we were. Why did we go? Why did we?
God knows.
Okay,
Talked about Pixar. Oh, the previews. We talked about
That's
Pixar.
stupid.
Again, I asked, what's your favorite Pixar movie?
Right.
Oh my God, it's all my fault.
I know, I love Wall-E.
Okay, so
too.
A Quiet Place.
Okay, I knew that after I saw. Oh, by the way, I didn't know it was a monster movie.
What?
I ignored all previews of it, and I ignored all.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I blocked off everything, and
I read the
thought,
spoilers before I saw it. I'm not even kidding.
You're so stupid. Well, but you don't mind doing that though. But like, so I went into it. Actually, I thought that literally just because I knew that something they hunt you. I thought they were people. I thought people were hunting them, or like demented people, or like superpowered demented people were hunting them.
Yeah.
I didn't know that it was a fucking monster, dude. Oh my god, is this not your jam? I was so fucking
It is
excited.
my jam.
Oh my god, and also like it. Okay, so everybody.
Spoilers for A Quiet Place start right now. Spoilers start right now.
We're sorry.
Okay? So if you're listening to this and suddenly you're kind of like dozing off for a sec, and now you come back and you hear a bunch of spoilers for A Quiet Place, listen. Spoilers for A Quiet Place. If you haven't seen it, spoilers for A Quiet Place.
You have a good announcer voice.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Smooth like ice, count to the touch, and it isn't very nice to be alone. Something, leave you hanging on the phone, take off. That's my Richard Iowata impression.
Oh.
Smooth like ice.
Oh,
Do you know who Richard Iowata is?
No.
IT Crowd?
No.
Smooth.
Is it music?
The black guy with the big afro who's
I don't
like
listen
nerdy.
to music. Is it music?
So what did you like about A Car Place?
Okay, so a car place.
So everybody about a car park.
Okay. I loved that every loophole, plot hole, question you could have in that kind of environment was answered.
Why didn't they live by the waterfall?
Okay. I feel like maybe
I know why.
food's hard to grow there. Wait, let me think for a second, asshole.
I don't know why. I was just I'm just guessing.
On. Okay. I'm sorry.
That's okay. Answer. Probably really loud to build a house.
Oh, they already had to be where they were, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, they have crops growing, right?
Yeah, that's what I was going to go with. They can't grow things
How
necessarily.
do you harvest all of those crops without machinery?
Well, you only have to do enough for your family, and you only have to do enough per day, and that's all you have to do to survive. Like, I'll shuck 60 corn a day if it keeps me and my family alive, right? Wouldn't you?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah. See,
Did you notice all like the little details that they added to it, like in the supermarket in the beginning?
Okay, no, like what?
There are bags of chips that aren't taken from the supermarket.
Oh, because it's
noisy.
too loud. Yeah.
They have to leave their doors open.
Yes.
That's a pretty obvious
You
one.
can't creak. Yeah. They have steps. Well, that was really obvious. I mean, I guess, I don't know. What else are like quiet nods, I guess?
Yeah.
Using fire instead of something that needs to, like, ignite is a weird thing to say. It needs like a switch, I guess.
I did have a problem with one part of it. For a family that is so... Why are they leaving their kids to run amok in places? First, they show them running amok in the store.
Oh, okay.
That's so... They know how fast these monsters are. They know how fast they're able just to come up and grab you.
Or maybe they just theorized it, and the first time they ever actually saw it was when their youngest got taken. You know what I mean? Like, maybe they only thought they saw or knew about it because, you see, you know how it grabbed the raccoon and stuff? Like, I'm sure they've seen it in passing grabbing other stuff, but that was probably the first time they saw it up and close grabbing a person, maybe. So there's only so much you can learn until you see it, right? Like, even I thought fucking people were hunting them, so I don't know. Like, I feel like it's okay that they didn't know everything. And then you saw that after day 472, they were obviously operating in a different way. However, you're right about them kind of running amok. They were kind of running around on their own.
Who leaves the fucking kid in the back of the group when no one's watching him?
But again, that's at day, like, whatever, where they haven't learned yet, right? Like, I thought it was crazy too. But they also, okay, so that's another thing. I was annoyed by that at first, but then they explored it at the most, like, hysteric moment that she can have. After she has the baby, she basically has this like moment where she's like, he was so heavy, like the baby, and in comparison, like what was I thinking? Like this is like another baby again. Like what if this happens again? Like I could have held him in my arms. What was I thinking? And that was exactly what obviously I was thinking in the theater. So them just exploring it and
that's right. You
loud,
did mention that.
Right. I feel like I know that
everybody makes mistakes, kind of a thing.
It doesn't excuse it, but in my head, that was their first encounter with it up close.
I want you to make an excuse for this.
Okay.
The nail in the floorboard. How does anything ever get in a position like that nail, even when you're able to pull it back? How would it ever end up like that?
Yeah, it was very
You don't put nails in like that underneath the floorboard pointed up. What is that shit?
Well, I mean, it's not their home, right? Like they probably ran.
Oh, I didn't think about that. I assumed it was their home.
You thought they was their home? I don't know. But I was assuming they like ran or escaped until kind of like, Walking Dead, like kind of like a zombie apocalypse where you
I think
run
it was their
until you
home.
get somewhere. Really?
I think so because
Ooh, I remember a grape. I'm sorry. So go on.
No, go on the grape.
Please tell me why. I'm sorry.
I think it was their home because it made sense with the whole how they are as people, and it's a little bit biased from me. It's like I think they're a religious family that's living out in a rural area, and I think they're religious because they all did a prayer around dinner.
I'd pray.
So yeah, that's another
I'd
thing.
fucking pray.
I'd pray.
Yeah.
But it also is the reason it's the answer to why everyone's asking, why the fuck would you have a kid? Why the fuck would you ever have a kid?
Why'd you continue having kids?
Because maybe they don't do protection or anything because they are a religious family.
You pull out, man, right? Is that still not?
I don't know. I think
Can't you be religious and pull out?
I think if you believe in God, you're there to serve.
Oh, so you must continue.
You swing and you serve, and you must continue.
And then you must succeed.
That's probably not true.
Yeah, I don't know.
But
I know.
It would make sense for why it happened and they decided to keep it.
Well, I mean, it's hard. I don't know. As a woman, I don't know how I'd feel. I already have 2 children. I lost one already. There's a lot riding on this, like potentially.
They certainly got back into it real quickly after the other one died. Did you notice the time frame?
472 days is more than a year.
Yeah, but 400 it was
90. It was. I think. Okay. I don't actually remember, right? But I thought the first thing was like day 97, and then after the kid gets their youngest, and it's time skips, it goes day 472. So I think it's almost an entire year. Oh, I see. It is kind of quick, isn't it?
Because it takes a little bit quick.
Yeah, it is 9 months to gestate. Yeah, it's over a year though. So 9. Yeah. Oh wow. Yeah, you're right. Actually. Okay.
I mean, I feel like I probably wouldn't want to have sex for another year.
Again.
Yeah.
Maybe.
It'll lead to my child dying. That's just what I would be thinking about.
Yeah. Also, where would you fuck? Yeah,
the waterfall.
Your kids running around, right? But you're right about the kids running around is kind of weird. I would have never let them out of my sight, and therefore I would never fuck. Right?
What were him and his son even doing when they went out to town? I forgot.
When they went to the waterfall. Or when they
went to the waterfall and did the fishing. Right. Sorry, I forgot about that.
Yeah, they went to go get food, but he also wanted to teach him, like, look, there's like a way to survive. Like, we've been doing this and there's a way to do it. And like, you don't have to just be scared all the time. Like, you're turning into this like scared dude,
Yeah.
It was good though. I thought that was a good father lesson. At first I was like, holy shit, you're not gonna take your daughter. And then I was like, oh, this was literally a lesson about sound, which really sucks for her. So like, thank God he's not bringing her.
Yeah.
But like, at first I did. But that's what I mean. I really love this movie because every question I had, it did kind of answer it almost in the moment, and I really appreciate that in a movie.
Did you get the question answered about where the aliens came from?
Oh no, but there was a meteor.
Yeah, it was
right?
the meteor, and they have hardened shells, so they're able to survive blasts like that, and they're only vulnerable when they open themselves up to vulnerability.
That makes sense, and they need to open themselves up in order to hear better than they already do, right?
So I guess the trick is not to think about it too much, but for a group of like aliens that takes over the entire world pretty much, or actually you don't really know because they don't have a lot of contact.
No, the newsletter said, the news.
But you don't know if anyone fought back and was successful, right?
Right. From what I remember, I think all the news clippings he had said outbreaks, and they said, yeah, you're right. Okay,
my theory is that they're in a very secluded area that hasn't been helped yet. And that's why they are so late to the game figuring out how to defeat the monsters. Because there's no way you have, how many people are on Earth? 9 billion at this point?
My God,
No, maybe
really?
it's still 7 billion. I don't remember.
That scared the shit out of me. Okay.
But you have that many people on Earth. You're telling me you can't figure out that a deaf or like a blind thing's only
that a certain wavelength and frequency is going to basically catatonic.
You'd at least think that there would be a great way to distract them with a huge noise or something. But how could they defeat, everybody on Earth?
You'd think something would hum in that same tone and it would like kind of hurt them.
I'm thinking that meteorite did a lot of the damage, and then I'm also thinking that there were just a shit ton of the aliens, like millions.
I agree. I think it's more plausible to think that Earth is done and there's no fighting back and it's kind of almost over, to be honest, because I find movies more enjoyable feeling like it's actually all going to end for some reason. Maybe it's because all the like 90s movies is always like, oh, there's a comeback story for Earth somehow. But
Independence Day.
Yeah, I kind of want Earth to end. Like, I feel like, I just want to see what happens. So I wanted to watch it from that perspective. So I agree in that I think there were too many of them. And I think that this area, kind of like that zombie concept where there's not a lot of people and a lot of guns, so you were somewhat able to kind of protect yourself, or like somewhat able to maybe figure things out because there are too many people around you. So you understand that sight is not the problem, sound is the problem. You get to like, you hunt maybe, so you know what the environment's like, so therefore they're the last of their kind maybe.
I would really love 2 prequels.
Prequels would be great. Yes.
I want a prequel about, I'm not sure I want a prequel about how it all started. Maybe I think that'd be cool if they did it right and if like everything made sense with the like,
meteor. I'd be down to believe that like the meteor took out a lot of Earth because it fucked up weather, perhaps.
Well, I mean,
for like a whole fucking
meteor
year.
That big,
it should fuck up everything.
Up.
Yeah,
it's like a super like volcano going off, a caldera underneath Yellowstone.
Oh,
you know?
Your biggest fear.
But I also wouldn't mind a prequel about what happened in between the days that kid died and the days that led to the next movie. Because
of them,
there have to be other points where they've alerted a monster. Granted, no one in their group died, but maybe they had another person in their group at a certain point that they were working with or that they met with. Because think about this, another prequel, all those fires that were lit around them?
Yep, there are other
people. The prequel could be all about that,
yes,
too.
That's what I was thinking.
That's pretty dope.
I would rather a prequel about not the family, because I actually, unless there were other parties involved, I would find it probably boring. Yeah. But the prequel about how it all started would be very interesting to me.
Imagine a prequel about one of the other families in that area there's like a little cameo when they meet, the other
and
people.
Maybe they like can't find a way where they can like live together, so they have to like live separately, but they maybe figure out a way where it's like, okay, this is how we're going to communicate. I remember my gripe that I have. So I thought they weren't in their home. I thought they ran and they found a good place.
Yeah.
I did not understand why. Well, actually, Mike brought this up too. Why they had framed pictures on the walls.
Ooh.
Why the fuck? Why? I would take every goddamn thing down. We would just crawl around like.
Yeah, I don't know why. I'm also curious why they wouldn't just be staying in that bunker and the whole time. And I know he was just getting it ready, but once you have that bunker, Jesus Christ, just be down there all the time. Just be down there whenever you are able to be down there.
I did think it was weird that they had many open, wide operating areas, right? Like, why not have it just be like one uber fortified building? Like, have your radio shit and your experiments and your like daughter's cochlear implant things like in one room of a house, and then like a bunker inside of the house. Oh, what?
You remember when that kid bonked his head?
Oh, in the truck, yeah.
Remember when the monster was chasing him, right?
I know. I remember that.
So does that mean that if you just
louder
stop
noises?
moving?
No, louder noises. I think there was a louder noise that took its attention away.
Really?
I think it was the
girl's earpiece?
No, the girl
that was
actually.
Afterwards.
Oh fuck! What was it? Okay, I forgot the order of it. Wait, let's go back. So it was the dad and the son were coming back. They see the red lamps. Beautiful fucking.
Yeah, I don't think he lit off the fireworks yet.
No, not yet. So then, I'm trying to go in order. So she's pregnant, crawling towards the tub, about to scream. Doesn't happen yet. Girl is still at her little brother's grave, so nothing's happening there. Then the sun goes off. He needs to pull the rockets while Johnny Krasinski, I forgot what he's doing. And then the rockets go off. She realizes she could scream. And then the boy is supposed to run to the top of the
mill
thing. Yeah, but instead he gets chased and hits his head on the truck. Tractor, yes, I'm sorry, yeah.
So they have a tractor. Maybe that's how they're doing this. No, there's no way.
They can't move that thing. No vehicles were ever moved probably like in this time. But like, yeah, why did he run there instead of going straight to the mill? Oh, because he was being chased.
Yeah.
So then what other noise could it take? Was it the rockets maybe?
I don't think there was another noise. I really don't. That's what I was so curious about. That is because he hit his head, so obviously his body just stopped moving. So that's why I thought the monster didn't find him. And that means that if someone just made a noise, all you have to do is just stop somewhere for like 2 seconds. Or no, for the rest of your life, just stand still. So like you make a big noise, you walk over 10 feet from that, and then you just stop making noise.
I think some other noise probably got its attention. I mean, I do remember though watching it and being like, holy shit, he's dead. And then he wasn't. And I was like, what the fuck? Why isn't he dead? So I feel like maybe there is some, I don't know. Fuck, you're right.
For all the questions I have about the movie, it doesn't make it bad by any means.
No,
I would give it an 8 out of 10. I would give it a solid 8.
What would you categorize it as?
A horror.
Oh, yeah, okay.
A creature feature.
Okay. Monster movie.
Yeah, creature feature.
Creature feature. Okay, yeah, I guess it is a horror movie.
For sure.
Very suspenseful. Suspense, yeah. I would rate it, I guess, 8.5.
Wow.
Can I do points? I just don't want to give it a 9 because...
No, it's not a 9.
It's not a 9, right? But I want it to be more than...
But it's really good.
I want it to
especially
be
for
more
John
than an
Krasinski's
8.
first movie.
Okay, so here's the thing. Just for that reason, I wanted to give it a 9. Because I think it's phenomenal for what he's not only the EP, the director, he didn't write it, but he created... Did he create it?
No, I don't think he wrote it.
No, he definitely
I think it was a
didn't
couple
write it.
people that wrote it, and then he, dipped his feet in the water with them.
Oh, okay. So it's not even like it was his idea.
It's not his story.
I see. Okay, never mind. Then.
He definitely helped. Like they did a complete rehaul of the monster in post, which was interesting. So it was going to look like something else, and then suddenly they made it like how it is.
Yeah. Did you like it because it looked a lot like Alien, or because it looked like a Demogorgon?
Didn't look like Alien. It definitely looked like a Demogorgon.
Here's the thing. If you really think about it, isn't the Demogorgon concept very much just the Alien concept? Like, it opens itself up to consume you.
Does it? I mean,
I guess it the whole everything flaps open. I see everything.
It's more like Predator than it is.
Okay, fine.
Just the mouth because it opens up. But it doesn't. If it was like Alien, then it would open up and then there'd be something else to snatch.
You're right. There'd be something inside of it that takes it instead, not its like whole body opening up, flailing open.
Why did the? Oh, you know what? This was actually explained, and it's common sense for most farmers. Why was the monster able to break easily through the sawmill or the mill and not break through the truck? Right?
Yeah.
Supposedly the mills are made out of much thinner metal, and there are a bunch of videos of like them toppling and stuff.
Makes sense.
While the truck was older and maybe it was made out of steel.
Totally makes sense, actually. There's no need to make a mill like sturdy,
which
other
also
than
means
height.
that there are definitely places out there in the world that have more people. I mean, obviously, because if someone can survive on a rural farm, they can probably survive in a military bunker, right?
Yeah, but like the panic it causes. Like imagine, like you said, imagine millions of these creatures. Like there's no way. LA would not survive.
Idea, Air Force One, the president survives.
Okay, so sure, and then that's it.
Oh yeah, president survives. That's all you need.
Sad.
Don't you know how the order of succession goes?
I forgot.
President.
Yes, that's it.
John Voight.
Oh.
And his daughters.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, my fake hair is getting caught.
You have fake hair on?
Yeah, this is all fake.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
Well, take it off.
I don't want to.
Because it's not fake.
I'll show you my tracks.
Are you bald?
No.
Wait, how's it fit? I don't... Oh, my God.
Yeah. Oh, wait.
Wow.
Turn me.
Turn you? Oh, there you go.
Okay.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Cool.
But I'm not bald.
No, you're not bald. I was just curious. So you don't have that much hair?
No.
Is it just the ponytails?
It's up to here. That's real.
Wow. Did you shorten your hair?
No. Well, I mean, yeah, like a while ago, like around Christmas, but I've had fake hair since then, so you wouldn't notice.
Well, A Quiet Place, a solid 8 for me, a solid
8.5. It's not good enough to be a 9 in the horror category for me, or like movie overall anyway. Oh wait, quick question. Sorry, one question that I have for you. Did you think he needed to die?
I don't know. Wouldn't have bothered me either way. I thought it was good how they did it. You know, it certainly means that they're not setting themselves up for a sequel with John Krasinski. But I love Emily Blunt, and I'm glad she survived. That's all I care about.
She was
Emily
wonderful.
Blunt is amazing. She's the best action star, the best female action star at least, but
She's
definitely
wonderful.
in the top 5 action stars for me in general. if she was the person in ScarJo's place in the Avengers, that would be a lot better for me, at least.
Really?
Yeah, because Emily Blunt is an actor's actor. She's so good. She's genuinely, it's like she is that visceral action hero. When Scarlett Johansson's like, she's good too, but she doesn't have that like roughness, you know? You look at Emily Blunt in those action roles and you're like, oh, she could kill me easily. And then you look at Scarlett Johansson, she just seems very timid.
I see it as Scarlett Johansson is almost like a cartoon, and then I see Emily Blunt's character as being like the real
She's the real
version.
deal.
You know what I mean? Yeah, like
she's
maybe ScarJo's like the action figure. Yeah. And Emily Blunt would be like the real. Yeah, that's truly how I feel.
Well, on that note,
yes,
we have another sponsor.
We do indeed. Thank you so much to Audible, which I've actually used before.
Hell yeah.
Yes. I have, actually used it a couple times. I forgot. I listened to Sherlock Holmes, and I listened to, I think it was Divergent.
Oh my God!
Which is what's it called? Maze Runner. It's like one of the Maze Runners.
No, it's not one of the Maze Runners. Divergent's its own series.
Oh no!
They have the Hunger Games. They have Divergent. They have Maze Runner, and you picked the worst out of the three.
Well, I wasn't sure, but I think Trisha and I listened to it at the same time. But we listened to it in 1.5. Well, I listened to it in 1.5 speed because I thought it was awesome that you can totally perfectly make out and hear everything that they're saying in 1.5 speed. So I was like, oh, awesome! Like this is like super powered. So I went in that direction, but it kind of gave me too much information. But I
couldn't take it all in.
It was a lot.
Well, yeah, because I have to stop when I'm reading.
There's only so much brain space. Like there's only so much that can happen in 1.5 speed. But
the good news is about
very impressive.
Listening to a book instead of actually reading it is you don't risk having read the same page twice, which is something I often find myself doing all the time.
If I zone out, I definitely read the same, maybe not sentence, but definitely paragraph. It's like over and over. I don't know why. Why does that happen? Is there something wrong with us maybe?
I don't know why it happens. I think maybe it's a sign that the book is bad. Because why would you lose track?
Why would you keep doing that?
Yeah.
Audible is offering a free audiobook with a 30-day free trial. If you want to listen to it, Audible has it. Just go to audible.com/boysonly or text boysonly to 500-500 and browse their unmatched selection of audio content. Download a title free and start listening. It's that easy.
It's that easy, Raina. I downloaded Blood Meridian.
What is that?
It's by Cormac McCarthy.
Oh, is it? Wait, Blood Meridian.
He did No Country for Old Men.
Oh, okay.
It's a very gruesome story.
It sounds very gruesome. It kind of sounds like a...
And it's one thing to read it, but then it's one other thing to have it read to you, which makes it even more gruesome.
It does. Oh, you know what I love actually about Audible? The way the narrators change their voices and inflection. They're pretty
great.
Good, right? Aren't they really good?
Like surprising.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Can you...
It's my fault.
Whether you want to feel healthier, get motivated, learn something new, or just relax and listen, Audible has an audiobook for that.
That's beautiful, Raina.
I know you don't know how to relax, but it's
no,
okay.
I thought you were about to say I don't know. I know you don't know how to read, so this is perfect.
I wish I'd said that. Again, get a free audiobook with a 30-day free trial at audible.com/boysonly or text boysonly to 500-500. That's audible.com/boysonly or text boysonly to 500-500. Thanks to Audible for supporting Boys Only Club.
Thank you, Audible. I'm curious how good you are at Fortnite.
Oh, I'm not that great because I play on a console, but that's because I like
What level are you?
Oh, I play on like 4 different accounts, so I don't count levels.
Why?
Also, it's a fucking beta, man. It's going to get wiped as soon as
It's not a beta.
It's not a beta.
Are you serious?
It's a
People have paid
beta.
money for all the stuff that they've accrued. There's no way they would just cut that off. People would be like,
I guess
that would
that's
ruin
true.
the game. People would be
Yeah.
so upset.
You're right. Maybe I should just concentrate on one account. I really don't know. I didn't know that levels mattered. Do they matter?
They don't really matter. You unlock stuff,
you
which is
unlock-
cool.
Oh,
it's
but
aesthetics
Yeah,
based.
right? Yeah, so that's why... Oh, is the glider faster if you unlock... No, it's
No,
not.
no,
Right? Yeah, so
nothing affects, nothing
Then, yeah, I
that
don't
you
give a
can buy
shit.
affects the gameplay.
I don't play as much as I want to. I love that game. But I play on a console, so I'm not as quick as I want to be at building. And when I play
suck at building.
Well, when I play cross-platform, I get annihilated. But I regularly at least can place top 10. So
That's great.
Yeah, so I'm not like totally eating a shit. It's very hard. I got my first victory royale the other night on
yeah,
Twitch.
solo?
Yeah. No. I was in squads. And
Squads?
That was, yeah.
Did you,
It matters so much having good teammates. Holy shit, thank you so much.
Yeah, I play with Alyssa sometimes. We'll do
That's so fun. I play with
duos,
Mike too.
and I'm so curious what's actually going on her end. So I'll watch her at home. She doesn't move the right joystick, the right analog stick. She doesn't move it. She just will keep moving places with the left.
She only faces straight?
Only faces straight, or she'll look on the ground.
Wait, that's weird. She plays Call of Duty.
She does.
Yeah, so it's like the same, it's the same.
New. It's a foreign land.
Oh no, because she's not playing on a console. She's playing
on a console.
Oh, she is. Okay.
She is. There's no excuse.
Okay.
That's the part that I'm trying to get to. Is like she does play Call of Duty and she's not bad.
Dude, I'm trying to give her like all the outs. Yeah, she's
She's
good
getting better.
Yeah.
She got her first kill very recently.
That's amazing.
Which is dope.
What is your highest kill count?
Usually my better matches I'll get up to like 8 to 10.
Really?
Truly, yeah. They're far and few between. Normally it's like 4, but I'll usually make it to the top 10. And I am so fucking glad they took out the homing missiles.
Yeah, that was shitty. Well, the homing missile, I obviously never got to use it, but you had to place something on your rockets, right? Like it wasn't just the rockets plane. You had to do something to it.
No, yeah, you shoot the rocket and then you guide it.
No, I know, but what I'm saying is like in order to have it activate, like you first have a normal rocket and then you have to have the thing, you have to have like the special thing that turns it into the homing rocket, no? Or was it just
I would always pick it up. It's the gold rocket launcher, I think.
Oh, really?
I don't know.
Interesting, because
or I've picked it up off of other people's dead bodies.
That's probably what it was, and I think they already constructed it for you because the homing missile, I think you had to construct it. Anyway, let us know. Let me know if I'm wrong.
That's weird.
Yeah.
I had no idea. There are a lot of things I don't know about that game. Like
same.
The best places to drop in to get to Tilted faster.
I don't want to get to Tilted.
I assume that when you're coming from the one side, you just drop towards Loot Lake because you're able to get closer to the ground before your glider does that. But I suck at gliding so bad that I die 2 ways. I die either because I've dropped in an area that I've glided in too slowly.
Yeah, you're just unfortunate.
Or I die from the homing missile. Those are my 2 ways. So now I've knocked off one. And I just flipped you off.
I know you did.
But what was I going to say? It was about, I learned recently that if you drop in the same area with someone, you're going for the same chest, just wait for them to open it and stand right by.
That's exactly what Mike does.
And then pick that shit up and then you just pop
him. Yeah, it's very fucked up. Yeah.
It's very fucked up. Sometimes you'll land near a dance area. And
the disco.
And you just go in there and you...
Did you notice that the disco is really often in Lonely Lodge? I like to drop in either Lonely Lodge or Lucky Manhing, the Chinese place with the cherry blossoms. I love that place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm usually more of a Pleasant Park kind of guy, or Snobby Shores.
Oh, Snobby Shores is fun. It's like off to the side, right? It's the
or Flush Factory. They have some good stuff.
Flush Factory is very fun.
All the places have great stuff.
Yeah, I like Lonely Lodge a lot recently. I think it's because logically, if you just move fast enough towards the middle, you can get logically you can get to the circle by the first Eye of the Storm run. So I feel like you can really drop anywhere in the beginning, as long as you're smart about it, or you're lucky enough to find.
Yeah, we've been playing a bunch just when we should be working.
Let's play together.
Yeah, that'd be great. Join our squad.
Yeah, I'd love to. That's
hell
awesome.
Yeah, let's do it.
Damn, I really do. I haven't felt this way about a game in a long time.
You know what? Let's go play right now.
Oh, you want to play right now?
Yeah, let's go do it.
I really want to.
Let's go play.
You want to?
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, fuck. Okay, well.
I wish.
Yeah.
I have to go right after this.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah.
You know how, like, about an hour and a half ago, I was like, I have to go pee.
Oh, how bad do you have to pee right now?
Oh, real bad. Well, but it's okay because I like keeping it in.
I was about to say, I mean, we're getting close to an end anyway. If you want to go pee-pee.
Well, I do, but can I talk about one thing with you?
Yeah.
And ask you your opinion about one thing?
Sure.
You saw Ready Player One?
I did.
But you didn't watch, you didn't read the book,
Didn't
right?
read the book, and I read an excerpt from the book.
Okay.
That was just...
Okay, I read the book a lot. It was a very fast read, so I read it very quickly many times, so I remember a lot about it. And I have a lot of feelings about the book.
I imagine bad feelings.
Okay, as somebody that didn't read the book, what did you think of the movie? Tell me.
It was definitely was chocked full of that Spielberg charm.
Nausea.
It was very entertaining. The action sequences were so well done.
Okay.
But I didn't give a shit.
Yeah.
I couldn't give a shit.
Okay.
What was there to give a shit about in the story?
Everything was so fast, right? Who the fuck is Wade? Who the fuck are these people? Why the fuck is his name Parzival? Why the fuck is he attracted to this bitch? Like, why the fuck are these?
I mean, I guess in the book they didn't even ever meet until like the very end or something.
Hello. Okay, so here's the thing. It is just a completely different fucking world in the book.
Well, they probably read the book and they were like, oh, this is absolute trash.
Well, no, the book was great.
I read an excerpt that was a full page of just movies and books and games the guy liked to fucking read.
Well, that's probably just a shitty excerpt.
It was the shittiest exposition I'd ever seen.
That you probably literally just read
and
a
we made the
exposition.
Woods.
No, okay, I guess you're right. There is a lot of narrating what happens because there's a lot of key players. Like the main person that is supposed to be delving information is dead, so you have to find out through other key players. So the narration does get kind of loopy after a while, and I do get that. And it is exposition-y, so you probably read just an uninteresting part. But the journey that Wade goes through, and the one the one like event that happens towards the end that was completely calculated was just the fucking coolest thing ever. And it was also just the level I wanted it to be. Also, the way
Which
that it's
thing
written,
was that?
it doesn't happen in the movie.
Oh.
It literally doesn't happen.
Oh, wow.
I like to think of the movie as a really bad fan fiction, because even the keys are different. Well, the names of the keys are the same. The riddles are all different. The games are all different. The references are all different. There's like barely anything about the 80s. There's barely any Rush. There's one poster reference about Rush. And it's not enough. Actually, no, I think they did play a Rush song for a second, but it wasn't the right one. It wasn't the one that was referenced in the book. And nice catch. But it's also just, it was made for the wrong time period. Like all the references in the book.
I was curious who this appeals to.
It's supposed to appeal to just a subset of an audience that grew up in the 80s. Like it's supposed to be 80s laden, and that's why it's beautiful, because it doesn't try too hard in trying to touch everything. Cool. It knows its universe. It understands that this person, that this weirdo.
You care a lot about this movie.
I do, because the book was very good. It was exactly what I wanted for my generation. It's what I want for my 90s generation, but it doesn't exist yet. So it gave me hope that it might exist. That's
for me,
why
I wasn't interested in the movie at all. I didn't care to see it. I didn't want to see it. I didn't care to read the book. But I just got invited to some screening, so I went because everybody else was going, and I watched it. And I was thoroughly entertained. I thought it was an entertaining movie.
It was just a fun night, right?
It was like a good popcorn flick for me.
Yeah, totally.
And
I get that.
I would never watch it again. It was a little bit too long for me.
Don't watch it again.
The riddles sucked, but it had some fun moments, and that's.
Can I sell it to you this way?
No,
not sell it to you, but another reason why I truly enjoyed it, the book anyway. It's written in a manner, if you read it again, like
you'll notice things.
Yes, and it's written like chess moves, and they're very fucking cool, and it's a little bit meta, and there are some inklings of it in the story. And you have to kind of look at it from a different perspective, but there's like an overall chess movement to it.
Can you spoil something for me?
Sure.
Big spoiler! Is that guy still alive?
Oh, in the book, it's completely indicated that I think he's dead. Like, there's no indication that he may be alive.
Because in this one, it very much seemed like he was still alive.
Yeah, so I think that was
probably
a nod
for a sequel.
Which would be stupid. I see it as a nod to the concept of singularity, which is to upload.
Oh God!
Well, no, it's to upload.
No, it's just I'm ready for this.
Well, it's to upload or download all of your memories and your nuances and your like neurological processes into a computer. So it's an AI that can continue being you, but learns from the point that you ended off at. Right?
I'm upset with Spielberg. I'll tell you about it in a second.
Oh, okay. Well, I think it's not that he's alive. I think that he maybe is the first person to achieve singularity, and that's what that is a nod to.
Oh, wow,
not
that's
that
pretty
he's alive.
cool.
Yeah. What is your issue with Spielberg? Because I don't like him anymore.
Well, my main issue with Spielberg is that make a damn good film. Again, my God. Number 2 with Ready Player One.
He's quite old now, right?
Yeah, is that he's not that old. Okay. He just did The Post, and that was like, okay. My issue with him is that for Ready Player One, he pulls all of these brands. He pulls so many favors. He'll call, like, I'm sure they paid for some of the brands, but he pulled a lot of favors for this movie. He had to.
Yeah.
There's so many references, and he'd call in I read about this.
It's called paying for the sublicense, though, and allowing for these characters to appear around each other at the same time.
Yeah, and you've got all of these people who said yes.
Yeah.
All of them.
For money.
So fucking many people.
For money, yeah. And yet.
And some probably not.
Okay.
Some probably not for money.
Some
and
probably
then,
not. And yet.
And some probably not that much money. And then Spielberg, I don't remember what burger chain, said they wanted to make a Spielburger.
Oh.
It was like, it wasn't Jack in the Box. It was, what's the one that starts with like H? It's, there's one, they're all over LA.
Wiener Schnitzel. Wait, H?
It's an H or a C, I don't remember. It's like a burger place. It's like
know. Carl's Jr.
Carl's Jr. Yeah, they wanted to make the Spielburger, and he's like, I'm gonna have to, you guys cease and desist. He made a Twitter video about it, and it's like, after you just made a movie where you used a bunch of different brands to profit off of, you can't just have a Spielburger out there and even
what if it gave people a lot of diarrhea or like what if it made a lot of people sick or something and he had to be
If I was Spielberg
I
and
don't
someone
wanna-
wanted to make a burger named after me, like a
You'd let
franchise
them?
wanted to, that's
But
so
it's a
cool.
franchise. I'd let a mom and pop shop make one of me, but I wouldn't let a franchise make
Okay,
me.
here's Spielberg. Ask for money then. Are you that much of a fun ruiner?
Fun ruiner.
It's a fun
killer.
ruiner thing to do. That
Yeah.
doesn't like kill the idea of Spielberg to me. I think he's made some of the greatest movies that have ever existed. Not any one that's recent besides Munich, but oh, actually, you know what? There was one with Gary Oldman that was really good. Bridge of Spies.
Oh, you love Gary Oldman. You mentioned
I don't
him.
love Gary Oldman. I think he's okay.
Oh, really?
I think he's great. I think he's
For some
fantastic.
reason, you mentioned him.
He's great. He's a great actor. Gary Oldman's great. Everybody knows it.
Right.
He won for Darkest Hour.
Oh, right. Yeah, that is also
he's one of
recently
the greats.
watched.
He's one of the arguably a wife beater. There have been accusations.
Sad.
I believe he's been to court. Maybe I don't remember.
so
At least there were
sad.
accusations.
Wait, I'm so sorry. Before we move on, can I just bring it back around to Ready Player One? Just because I never got to talk about
Sure.
it on any platform, and I have a lot
it.
of feelings. Okay, this is only for people that obviously read the book and want to be spoiled in every way, shape, and form. So I like I told you, it's about the 80s, and in the 80s, Japan had this very huge animation thing called tokusatsu, and tokusatsu is basically
Ramen.
like no, it's basically like Godzilla. That's tonkotsu. Is like where you have these buildings and you have this like giant monster and you have to shoot it in a certain way where you have like tiny village people. Like
Oh no.
yeah, exactly. And then so tokusatsu is just a way and a style of film. And like I said, Godzilla and Ultraman are a very, very huge player in that. And they're like the most iconic names. What?
They weren't in the movie.
Okay, yeah, I know. And okay, so the coolest thing ever was the climax in the book was that they all have these mechs that they can control that are
heard about
amazing.
that.
Yeah, they all have these mechas that are amazing that they can control. So that's also oh, wait, yeah,
T-Rex is cool,
Tokusatsu.
though.
T-Rex is cool, but wait, what T-Rex?
Sorry, the Gundam.
Oh, yeah. The unicorn. But okay, so here's my problem. They all were supposed to have iconic, amazing tokusatsu mechas that they all pilot. And the finale was that Mecha Godzilla was Sorrento and Parzival was Ultraman, the Mega Ultraman, and they're like uber giant versions of them. And there's an entire video game dedicated to that type of fight. And there's a certain move that Ultraman is known for that he does to destroy Godzilla, and it specifically only works for Godzilla or Mecha Godzilla or Mega Godzilla, whatever it got translated to, because they're matched up in a certain way. And in like the Japanese nerd world, it really matters that that fight took place and that people like Daito and Shoto were Japanese in the book. They're not brothers, but they're brothers, and they're Japanese in the book, and it really mattered. I have a lot of feelings, okay? And they messed up the most important part, but I know why they messed up, because I know that the sub-licensing for Ultraman and Godzilla must be out of motherfucking control, which is exactly why they probably weren't able to get it. I like know for a fact
Interessante.
yeah, I know for 100% fact that there's no way on earth those IPs are allowed to touch anything else that's Western. For sure.
That's hilarious. No matter the money.
Doesn't matter.
That's respectable.
Yeah, so like but it hurt. Like I was expecting to see it because I read it and I imagined what it was like, and I know what the game looks like, and I know what the tokusatsu looks like, I know what the animation looks like. So like it really mattered to me. And then I didn't say I also imagined, I was thinking like, oh my God, what if they made that battle moment tokusatsu? Like just that moment, just that fucking climax. What if they shot it like tokusatsu? If they fucking did that, I imagined them doing it. And that's what I was expecting. And then
But it didn't happen.
And then I got the movie Ready Player One.
You just got to stop being so hopeful.
I don't know what happened. Why did I get so hopeful?
Just don't.
I read the book too many times.
Lose hope.
Lose hope.
Lose
I'll feel
hope.
so much better. I really want to play Fortnite now.
Do it. Let's do it.
Yeah, you want to play Fortnite
No, I
now?
got to write.
God damn it.
Like I've said previously.
I was like,
but on that note, we are going to be doing podcasts. Get ready for it.
Monthly.
Once a month. Oh, let's try it again.
Okay.
Monthly. Once a month.
Damn it.
A
Okay.
podcast will come out.
Okay.
And it will be on this day of the month.
Yeah, we'll try. And also, we find that our conversations are much more interesting when
Yeah,
we
because we have
don't
a lot more to talk about.
spend so much
after
time
it's been that much time.
Yeah.
So,
Thank you.
On that note, thank
Yeah.
you to Squarespace and thank you to Audible for sponsoring this podcast. And we will see you guys. We'll be around.
Soon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just, we're here.
Yeah. Around.
Just hanging out. Power twins. Oh, why do you have 2 rings? One of them sharper than the last. One of them each are sharper than the last.